All right, folks, today is the day. It's beautiful because I actually was having a conversation with a dear, close friend of mine the other day, and I was telling him about today, the proposal to my beautiful girlfriend, Michelle, Misha for short. I call her Misha. But I was talking to him and I was like, hey, you know what? Like, God has really just been doing so much. Like, we just celebrated 9 months of being together. Just this past Tuesday. I celebrated that by bringing a private chef, and he made a phenomenal meal for us. He is actually the chef who's catering this celebration that's going to be in this room tomorrow morning. So we're going to have brunch with our family, our friends, our loved ones, all the people who've really journeyed together with us over these past 9 months to just celebrate what God is doing with myself and Michelle. So I'm excited. Got my brother Emmanuel here filming for me, going behind the scenes. We're going to just show y'all just kind of what is going to happen as we lead up. It's gonna happen this evening at Golden Hour, which Michelle loves. If you know her, she knows she loves Golden Hour. So we're gonna just travel over these next couple hours here and just journey. And he's gonna get me probably crying. Maybe he's gonna get me maybe stuttering. I mean, I'm the nerves are there, right? It's pre-game jitters. It's like the first day of school, right? Jitters that I have, but I'm excited. I really believe God has really made this such a divine day, and I'll share more about it as we kind of continue throughout the journey. Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna run to the store then. So you probably want like 30 minutes, right? This is actually happening.
Yeah.
It's so funny because when the person doesn't know it's happening, that's what makes it more like nervous. You're like, I don't want her to find out.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like that this is happening or have any clues that it's happening. Unless it's like as they're driving, right? But I feel like for the most part, like Lord, help this be like something that's surprising for her, so that way she has no idea that this is going to take place. It helps that she thinks I'm out of town, for sure, because now she's not really like, okay. I think if I was in town, she'd definitely think something was up. But the fact that I'm out of town gives it a little bit more like, okay, well, if anything were to happen, it's going to happen when he gets back. So I think it's going to be good, man. I think she's going to be, I feel in my heart she's going to be super surprised. She's going to be super surprised, so. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's all good. It's all right.
I don't know why I didn't think to take them out of the car.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them back to you.
Well, how about this? Are you at the dollar store, or are you back at your house?
I'm home, but I'm at my house.
I turned it off months ago because I had a feeling like it was gonna help out by me doing that, and then like her like you know what I'm saying, like getting used to it for a while.
Yeah.
But
I thought about it. I literally thought about it yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, is he sharing location with her?
Yeah, nah. I had it for a minute. We got into a little bit of a disagreement, but I had to do it because I was like, all right, this is like one of the only ways this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have her like, not have my location for a little bit. So.
Yeah.
But I got her location. She ain't turned hers off. She's been at her house all day, which is great. Because I'm like right in her neighborhood doing all these errands, so I'm just making sure she doesn't leave, so that way, we don't run into each other.
Time, right, to ask the question, like, take in the moment. Don't rush it. Take the moment and just like take it all in with her.
Yeah.
Because you only doing this once, and you only doing this one time, so. Stay in the moment, sit in the moment, take pictures in the moment, laugh in the moment. She's gonna want to know the outcome of like how you planned this and different things like that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
That's big, brother. That's good wisdom, man.
Yeah, take it in.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be surprised. So when you're surprised, you ask the question, how long do you have you been planning this? Y'all know about it? You're gonna have all of that. Be proud of yourself. That's like that you're able to pull it off.
Yeah.
The way that you know that she's very like on stuff, and you got her the way you did. So like, take your time.
No, I hear you.
And enjoy the moment.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. Where you at right now? What is it, guy? Can you bring this in? Gotta do it excellent, bro. Gotta do it excellent.
No, seriously.
Can't be doing it. You know? You know the thing is, I'm happy that I have the event experience, like, we do events for, like, work. Because you know the flow. I've been doing it for 7 years. So, you kind of know, like, how to prepare, I guess, in some ways. And just, like, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. you learn from a lot of things that you don't want to see, trust me. Because there's a lot of things that I've seen over my 7 years, I'm like, I wouldn't do it that way. And I think it's good when you can just, it's all a learning experience, a learning lesson, because it prepares you for things like this, where like, you want to obviously allow people to help you out, like my family, I'm grateful they're here to help you out. Obviously your cousin Sam, he's helping me out. You know, Deb and Lily have been tremendous in just helping prepare and bring a lot of these ideas to life. So, I mean, it's beautiful, man, for sure. To just see how everything's starting to come together. And we're gonna get there, man. I appreciate it. Let me know if you need me. I'll be around. I better call my pastor back. My pastor friend back. Because he has called me twice and I didn't even go. He's awesome, bro. Like, he's super prophetic. Like, just a great guy, mentor. Like, hey, what's up, bro? I guess they were worried about the traffic. I'm like, listen, it's pretty good.
Don't worry. I looked at the traffic. It said that it's an hour
Yeah.
right now. You'll be fine.
Let's see what we got. We in here. People gonna find something. We're at Home Depot. The venue is in a good place. We got the tables and everything set up. A lot of the supplies for tomorrow, drinks, trays, sternos, all that, plates, utensils, all that's there. Now we're at Home Depot. We have this beautiful, beautiful sign that we're going to use. I don't know if you can maybe zoom in and see it, but we're going to use that. We're going to use that for the arch that I'll be standing underneath. But we got to figure out how to hold it down. So we know it may be windy out there on the beach. I had weights. I should have brought the weights, right? I had 30-pound weights, would have been perfect. But now we're at Home Depot. We're playing MacGyver. We got to figure out what we can utilize to hold this arch in place in case the wind's there. And don't worry, we'll cover it with sand, so we'll be almost in disguise. But we got to figure something out. And I have a good feeling. I think we'll find something that'll work for us, and it'll be a great experience. We got it. We figured it out, y'all. We got these Husky heavy-duty bags. We actually had somebody help us out, and it actually is good because it's black, so it'll flow pretty well. We won't have anything standing out on it. So we got our things that hold down the side for tonight. Let's go for the ride. How I met Michelle. So beautiful. You know what? I'm calling Lily again. She's like, my bad, I'm calling you by accident.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.
Right. That's the nerves kicking in, as you can tell. No, so how did me and Michelle kind of like get connected? So I always saw her. I saw her in Resting Place, right? Because Resting Place is like the key. It's also the glue of kind of what brought us together. But I saw her at There Must Be More conference in 2021. At that time, I wasn't really even like considering relationships, or like that wasn't even in my thought process. I was still just living a life consecrated to the Lord. But I had saw her when I was armor bearing for a guest speaker, and I was like, oh, this girl's beautiful. Her curly hair and everything. I was like, oh, she's beautiful. And it's funny because we're in the back, and I think she had come back to the back to use the restroom. So she had asked, like, hey, is someone using that restroom? I was like, no, you're good. Like, it should be open. So I think someone actually was using the restroom, but she was waiting, and I'm sitting there waiting because I'm with I'm already the speaker. And something in me was like, oh, maybe you should just introduce yourself to her. And I was like, nah, like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm in a season of consecration. Like, I'm not even trying to be distracted. But I saw her then. Fast forward maybe about a few months down the road, it's like maybe October of 2021. The building had flooded at Lackawanna. We had then moved to Nutley. We were there worshiping, and I was armor bearing again. And service is about to start. Pastor Ali was like, hey, can you go upstairs and like just move something around the leader section? I was like, all right, cool, I definitely can do that. So I run up these stairs, and before I get to like the actual sanctuary, there's like a case of stairs. There's a flight of stairs that lead you from the basement to the stage where like the worship team is. And I'm like in a rush. So I'm at the bottom of the stairs, she's at the top. And me being polite, I'm like, yo, you can come on down, like I'll let you go first. She's like, no, it looks like you're in a rush, you can come up. So bro, I like book it up there because I'm like trying to go fast, but my foot slipped and I hit the ground. I'm telling you, bro, I was so embarrassed. So embarrassed, because not only was it super quiet in the sanctuary, you could hear the thump of me hitting the ground, but then also she's actually like seeing it. So I'm super embarrassed. I get up, I try to shake it off as best as I can. I keep it moving. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm good. And then, you know, that's the last time I saw her. So that's 2021. Fast forward to like 2022, July. I'm getting to know someone, and I'm talking to Pastor Ali, getting wisdom, and he's like, hey, you know, has anyone else crossed your mind? Like, you know, have you seen anybody else that you're interested in? I said, hey, you know, there's one person that I, you know, think looks good, and, you know, cute, attractive. I don't know her that well, but, you know, I said, her name's Michelle. He's like, oh, like he lit up. He's like, oh, I love her. That's my girl. Like, y'all be perfect. And I was like, well, hey, I'm not there yet. I'm trying to figure out this other situation. And he's like, no, like y'all just definitely should meet. Like, we should connect with y'all. Like, y'all should just like meet. Lo and behold, fast forward a month later, the Lord closed the door on just, you know, one experience that I was just trying to see what was gonna, you know, become of it. And I felt in my spirit that I was gonna see her. And I've told her this story before, like that. I don't know, I just got this feeling in my spirit because we had an event, and it's funny, this event's actually tomorrow. So the Lord's even giving revelation as I'm telling the story. Iglesia is a worship event in the city. So I was like, you know, I'll probably see her at Iglesia because, you know, a lot of churches are going there, a lot of people are going to be there worshiping, so I'll probably run into her there. Lo and behold, I saw her that Monday at Resting Place. And this is the last Monday that we're in Nutley before we were transitioning to Kingsgate fully. I see her there, man, and I'm like, oh, snap. Sam texted me, he's like, yo, guess who's here? Like, I'm like, bro, I know, like, she's here, like, this is wild. But you know me, man, like, I was super focused. I had to give communion that night. I was super nervous. I didn't want to look at her in the crowd. But I did the communion. The Lord, you know, was magnified, glorified, edified, all that stuff. We had a guest speaker that night. In my heart, I'm like, I got to say something to her. Like, at least introduce myself or talk to her. But, you know, just didn't have the energy or probably the courage to do it, right? Because, you know, as men, I feel like sometimes we second guess things like, oh man, is that person really gonna respond? Are they gonna say hi? But like sometimes when you just do it genuinely out of like the pureness of your heart, and there's no, hidden agendas behind it, like the Lord's gonna move, right? Even if it's just an introduction and you're saying hello to somebody. So I'm talking to fast forward that evening, I'm talking to one of my friends, and she's like, you should have said something to her. Like, you need to just hit her up on IG, just say what's up, like, good seeing you. And I was like, nah, like, she ain't gonna respond. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel if I'm rejected in that sense. But she was like, you need to just hit her up. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna hit her up and we'll see what happens. So I hit her up. I said, hey, it was good seeing you RP last night. And we never stopped talking. And that was like almost the beginning of just kind of what our relationship looked like. So we started having conversation a little bit back and forth on IG, just about just like that moment where I slipped and fell. She started laughing about that. And then later that week on Friday, I get a call from Pastor Ali. He's like, hey, what's your plans tonight? I was like, I'm hanging out with my boy. He's like, no, cancel your plans, meet me in the city. We're gonna go to the city. And I'm like, okay. And not knowing this, he also called her and told her to do the same thing. So he pretty much like, almost like with the Holy Spirit, because he said it was the Lord that just kind of like, just gave him this. He allowed us to meet for the very first time. And that was one of the best moments of my life. When I had a chance to actually physically like talk to her and we had a chance to interact. And I remember like in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is almost like an encounter with the Lord. Because I've never, ever in my life felt like encouraged, energized, empowered through an interaction and a conversation with a woman in a way that is just like so pure and holy. And it reminded me of an encounter with God. And I felt at that time, in that moment, it was the Lord reminding me of his love for me as a son. And he was introducing a new love into my life. And I knew, and I'll put this on the record. I knew from night one, I said, listen, this is somebody I can see myself spending the rest of my life with. I knew it was early. I knew we had to kind of just like journey through our time together, right? You got to build together in a relationship. But I knew, I was like, in my heart of hearts, I was like, yo, this is somebody I really feel like can be a partner for life. And it was just amazing to see, like, from that day moving on, man, I just kept shooting my shot. I came correct. I always joke with her. I said, BCC is not blind carbon copy. It's better come correct. So I always came correct. And I always put the Lord first in it. I always put the Lord and invited him in so he could stay at the center of what we were building, even in the season where we're dating, the season where we're in a relationship, and even this season as we take this next step together in engagement and prepare for marriage. Like, I always want to have God involved in the process. I always want to have him at the center of it, because I've seen God's hand on what we've been able to cultivate and build with him over the past 9 months, and it's been beautiful. And I'm just excited to see God continue to move in us individually, but also us together collectively. In the season to come, in the years to come, right? When we have family and we do life together, ministry together, professional, our goals that God will put us, the different places to put us in the marketplace, So I'm just really looking forward to this day. This is a day where I look back on my life, and I didn't always get it right. I've always, taken ownership of my flaws and the things I've done in the past that weren't ideal, especially when it came to relationships. But I'm almost so thankful for God's kindness and his love of bringing someone so special into my life, his treasure, right? I always tell her that, like, the Lord told me one time when I was, just thinking about her, that she was his prized possession. And I feel grateful and blessed that God has given me the opportunity to steward that here on the earth in the natural. So I'm super pumped, man, more than grateful and thankful for the people that also encouraged and prayed for us along this journey. Like my friends, Sam, your cousin, my brother Nelson, who you heard praying for us earlier, Janelle, who's been super sister in Christ, who's been amazing, Desiree as well. There's so many people, right? Pastor Ali, Pastor Rich and his wife Jenny, helped us with premarital in our relationship. There's so many people, Pastor Greg, like I start naming names and then you forget people, but like there's been so many people across the journey, people we met, like her pastor from Pastor Sim and his wife, Pastor Nikki, a lot of her friends that she knows that are out of this area, this region, that we've had a chance to just like learn from, and just they've seen it as well too. So it's been a victory, man. I look at it as like it's been beautiful that we've been able to share our journey together on her platform, but just also with people in Christ and people who aren't believers, to know that there is restoration, that God will restore the broken things, that God will heal all things that the enemy meant for evil. God will turn it around for his good. So it's just really, it's remarkable to see God move and transform in both of our lives, and to know that this is only the beginning. A vlog on the way down, which is cool. So just kind of talking through like the first time Michelle and I met, how that happened, and just people who've been able to impact and influence our lives along like the 9 months we've been together. And I was sharing more about you, and obviously your impact and what we've been able to build. So just grateful and thankful.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's good. I'm glad that it's crazy how that all worked out with the chef and all of that.
I know. Oh wait, we gotta talk about that. So, well, Emmanuel's recording it, but like Pastor Greg, this was what day was that? Friday?
Yeah, that was on. That was on.
Saturday?
Yeah, that was Friday. That was Friday.
We went to a grocery store, like a real beautiful like grocery store right near Resting Place, and Pastor Greg's having this conversation with this guy, and I didn't know who he was, but I saw him holding up like a tray of pizza, and he asked me if I wanted to try one. I'm telling you, when I've been to that pizza, I was like, oh, this is good. And Pastor Greg's still talking to him, and he brings him over and introduces him, and he's a chef. So Pastor Greg's like, yeah, you might want to get his information and like just hook him up with Resting Place, and in case y'all do anything, good food and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I got his information, and I was like, you know what, Pastor Greg, I don't have a person for our brunch next Saturday. So he was like, you need to get in touch with him. So I texted him. Pastor Greg was helping me out with some things to kind of, how to handle and navigate the situation. Lo and behold, he's our caterer for tomorrow. And it's through Pastor Greg, Pastor Greg talking to him and introducing him to me, that we got a caterer for this event. So that was huge. I thank you for that.
Well, truth be told, like, it's just, it's crazy how God ordained that, because, like, he did a tasting at your place, and, you were able to bless her with that, and the dude is hardly even in there like that, from what he was saying. And so it was just really ordained timing on how that all kind of came about.
Yeah.
In my opinion, for sure. And now, now here he is, going to be part of a really big moment for you. How God is just providing to different people. And I don't even know what the pricing will be in, but, I was going to ask you, how was the food?
But she loved it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so he did a little bit of, he prepared some of the items that we're going to have for tomorrow, like the flatbread pizza again, the salad, the Brussels sprouts and apple combination. And then we did like a fried rice for like the entree, like a veggie fried rice.
That sounds great.
It was phenomenal.
I'm sure you're recording everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see it when you get a chance.
Absolutely. You'll be one of the first.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That's definitely a gift to me. Yeah. I'd love to see, I can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to see her expression.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. You got all your friends showing up too? Friends?
So this one will be family and like a few people, but tomorrow will be everybody.
Yeah, man. Like I said, send me a video.
Okay.
Can't wait to watch it.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see your expression. That's gonna be amazing to see. And congratulations. And can't wait to see the ring too. I know you got her some big old sparkling diamond, something. You got her something really big.
Absolutely. Gotta do big for the queen.
You get her Super Bowl ring.
I would say so. Yeah.
You got her a Super Bowl ring. Hey man. See, you got her that private chef. She probably was over the moon on that.
Yeah, she loved it. It was so much fun. having so much fun.
Good, man. I'm glad it worked out. And the dude seemed like he's pretty cool.
Oh, he's super chill. Mad chill. Really great guy.
Oh man, that's how the Lord is, man. He worked that out big time.
Oh, his hand's been on it. Yes, man. That was deep. Pastor Greg has been a phenomenal person. I've known him since 2019. We got introduced through a colleague at work, and he's just been like, we've been tight nonstop, man. He's so faithful too. Love, man, just like a heart to serve, like a heart, just like the Lord, right? Jesus didn't come to be served, he came to serve, and that's what Pastor Greg's like mantra is. If I had to think about Pastor Greg, like, this man will serve. Like, I'll give you an example. We were leading Bible study during COVID for some people in the sports industry, and he came on one day as a guest to just give us like a word, an encouragement word, a powerful word. He actually ended up leading Bible study for us for the entire year during COVID. Like, every week, like, I was there. Could have been in the car traveling, like, but was almost there every single week. I don't think there was one week he missed. But it just shows like the way who he is. And he came to Resting Place for the There Must Be More conference last week, and he prophesied and prayed over almost the entire church. Like the lines were like long. I almost had to cut it off, but he's like, no, I'm here to serve. This is what I'm here to do. Like, I'm telling you, like, prayed for everybody, had a prophetic word for everybody, and like it was impacting people. It was beautiful to see people just like get impacted by the edification of his words, of what God was doing in and through him, and him pouring out and serving. So just always great to just be connected with people like that in the body of Christ, man, that can sharpen you, that can encourage you, but also that you can look up to as mentors. So he's definitely one of them, and I appreciated his involvement in my life, and what he's gonna now his involvement in Michelle and I's life together, because Michelle loves him and he loves Michelle too. So it's always great, to see just that connection, that bond, and just the Lord's on it. So it's good, man. They got to where they're at, and just to continue to just keep pushing and be a leader in the space and bring others along, because they're doing a lot of unique things that I think other NFL teams can learn from.
Oh wow, this is the Minnesota team, right?
The Minnesota Vikings, yeah. So they have how we can be supportive in what they want to do going forward that they haven't really put on the radar yet. So everything went well. What are you up to?
Nothing. Jeb is probably gonna be here in like 15-20 minutes, so I was just kind of changing and getting ready.
Oh yeah. You excited to hang out with them?
I'm like so tired. Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm tired because like I literally was like writing all day, and then I was like trying to take little breaks to do other things.
Okay.
But my brain is like shut down.
Did you eat?
Like I don't even feel like, well, obviously I'm talking to you, but like I'm just like, oh my god, like, then I can't even find my mascara. I'm like, where is my stuff at? Like,
oh yeah. How was the writing session? I'm sure that was probably a powerful writing session if you've been after it all day.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Today specifically I was talking about transitions. I'm finally like coming out of like that right, coming out of that whole the part one. So that's like really good. Like, it's a good place to sort of kind of wrap up. But
transition.
I'm like at I'm at like 14K words, I think, around there.
Wow. I'm so proud of you,
baby. Oh my god.
Nah, I'm serious though, because like I remember when you like first went out and like did this journey, and I know obviously like you're like, how am I gonna get started? Like, I don't want to do it, but like look, like let's take a moment to actually like recognize and like celebrate and champion you for getting up to this point. Like I said this morning, like this is a huge milestone, and I don't want you to like, I mean, yeah, it'd be one thing where like, and I know you know that, but I think like soak that in. Like, that's really impressive and important. Like, look what the Lord's doing. Like, that's powerful. Like, it all goes back to your yes.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, I definitely feel like I need to pause and take that in. Obviously, I didn't make it to 15K right now. They're like, oh, are you ready? I'm like, what you mean? You said 6:30, and it's like, oh wait, it's about to be 6 o'clock. You're right.
Yeah.
You did say that. So I'm like, oh my God, like, let me just hurry up and like get myself together. But no, you're right. I do have to take it all in and kind of pause and, you know, acknowledge the growth and what I have been able to do. Like, I'm literally writing a freaking book.
I know. Wow. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like, words that have never been placed out there before. God is giving them to me.
Absolutely. That's so beautiful too.
Yeah, literally, I always tell back the Lord. I said, you said, and I think it's like Revelations 11 something. I said, it says, you know, write in the book what you have seen and send it out to the different churches, like the different churches that he names. And I'm like, Lord, you literally instructed me to write down in a book what I have seen and send it out to the world.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's what he said. And so I'm like, Lord, I always say, like, Lord, you said this. Look what you said.
Come on.
I need to stop. So you gotta help me.
Yeah. And he will. He will. He will.
So yeah, I mean that's that. Like, what's just going on right now?
Okay. Yeah, no, I just wanted to check in with you. I know you about to. Yeah, I figured. I think you said like 6:30. So I wanted to just get a hold of you, hear your voice, celebrate and champion you for hitting that mark on the words with the book.
Yeah, I wish I had the 15, but you know.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. We celebrate one day at a time. You're gonna get there, so keep pushing.
Man.
You got this, woman of God.
Well, are you okay? Did you eat?
Yeah, and I actually I'm about to open up this snack in the car, but I didn't want to eat too much because I'm gonna meet up with a few folks. Remember that guy I told you about in Minnesota?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get something to eat. So I didn't want to like eat now and then eat later. So I was like, let me just get something to hold me over for a little bit, and then I think around like it was about. I'm an hour behind you, so I think probably about another hour we'll be able to like gather together and kind of just fellowship.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be good. But don't worry, I was eating today. I'm glad that we both were eating today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I can't wait to see you when I get back.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like so much happened because we've had such deep conversation, and like even the night of like the other night, I'm just like, wow, like this is like so beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm excited to see you when I get back. Can't wait.
I am too. You want me to call you tonight when I get back, or you want me to text you?
Yeah, either or. I mean, if I can't pick up, I'll just text you if we're still like at dinner.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah, just whenever y'all get situated, or or if you're when you're on your way back home, just give me a holler, and I'll let you know what's going on with me too. Where we end up.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back, change, and then get ready. Yeah, but it's gonna be something small. I mean, just black shirt, pants, and some shoes. So.
You probably look good anyway, man. Like, what you talking about? What you talking about? Good. Where is my mascara? What is happening? I literally just.
I'm gonna let you find your mascara. We're gonna talk later tonight. All right.
All right, baby.
I love you.
All right, I love you. I'll see you later.
See you. Adios.
So just a quick update, what's going on?
So we are setting up this side for this arch. It's gonna be great. Thank the Lord for these ladies. I think we'll get it done pretty quickly here. So I'm gonna go grab the sign, grab my clothes, probably change like in that back area over there, and then come back. So I think it'll look great. I mean, I think it'll look really good. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The nerves are picking in. They're kicking in right now. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good, man.
Better come on. Let's see.
Okay.
Good. Good.
She want me to send her a picture. Where's Finn? Friends?
I have no idea.
Oh, this Peach? Look at Peach.
Working on that over there.
Yeah, take off your shoes. You have to hold your shoes. We'll put it in here.
Go time. It's go time, man. Woo, it's go time.
Almost there.
Yeah, you're almost there.